Well, more threats are impacting two different school regions this morning. And of course, parents, students, and staff members are concerned about this.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Schuler was in Bloomfield, where a TikTok threat discovered by the FBI is forcing Bloomfield schools to ramp up their police presence today.
It's not exactly clear what this threat says, but parents can rest assured here in Bloomfield that officials are taking this threat incredibly seriously. And this morning, there will be more of a police presence here at Bloomfield Public Schools. Now, in a letter sent home to parents from the interim superintendent, Dr. Bethany Silver, it reads in part, as a precautionary measure, there will be an increased police presence at our schools in the morning. She continues by saying the Capital Regional Education Council has been informed. Now, this threat was discovered by the FBI, which reported the undisclosed TikTok threat to Bloomfield Police Department. Right now, officials believe the threat originated from within town. It's unclear right now if there's any school affiliation to the person who made this dangerous threat. Now, these social media threats are gaining popularity online in Connecticut within both school districts and towns. Now, we're just several weeks into the school year. All of these threats are investigated fully, and as soon as we have an update from officials here in Bloomfield about where this threat originated from, we'll update you here on the WFSB News app. In Bloomfield, Olivia Schuler, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Okay. Also